Be shooting 56% for three. These are tough shots over Wemby. And then the old teammate, Jeremy Sohan, looking at him. Then he comes over again to give a little bit more.
When Victor Wembanyama first arrived in the NBA, he looked like the ideal face of the league. He was quiet, respectful, unique, and almost unbelievably composed considering all the expectations surrounding him. But these playoffs revealed a different version of him. That calm, soft-spoken kid from France is starting to fade, and what we're seeing instead might catch the league off guard. After dealing with the trash talk, the hard fouls, Knicks fans turning against him, and constant questions about his toughness, Wemby finally let people see another side of himself. This was the moment everyone realized he wasn't just going to take everything without responding. Jeremy Sochan knew exactly who he was because they used to share the same locker room. So when Sochan started chirping from the sideline, it felt more personal than the usual playoff mind games. This wasn't just another defender trying to get in his head. It was a former teammate trying to rattle him during the biggest series of his career. Wembanyama's response said everything without saying much. He didn't yell, he didn't overreact, he just gave Sochan a cold look and walked away like he wasn't worth any more of his attention.
Appreciate y'all. See y'all.
That's what makes Wemby so intimidating. He doesn't have to raise his voice to make an impression. Some players wear their emotions by yelling at everyone around them. Wemby does the opposite and gets even quieter. His expression changes, his body language shifts, and all of a sudden, the same player who looked like the NBA's friendly alien starts looking like someone nobody wants to provoke. That's where this villain narrative really begins. Not because he's actually the bad guy, but because that's how more people are starting to see him. The Knicks series only added fuel to that idea. New York fans were on him from start to finish. Every foul became a talking point. Every stare turned into a meme. Every physical play gave people another reason to label him arrogant, dirty, or overly confident. That's just how sports goes. The second a young superstar becomes a real threat to people's favorite team, the admiration disappears in a hurry. Wemby went from being the player everyone was excited to watch to the guy plenty of fans suddenly wanted to see brought back down to earth.
Overrated! Overrated!
That kind of pressure can either wear a young player down or make him even tougher. With Wemby, it looked like it was making him better. The harder New York came at him, the more that innocent image started to disappear. The more people tried to rattle him, the more he seemed to realize one thing. Being popular is great, but being feared can be even more valuable. Every all-time great reaches that point eventually. Michael Jordan went through it, Kobe Bryant did too. LeBron James learned the same lesson, and now Wemby seems to be finding it for himself. It wasn't just the fans criticizing him either. Shaq also weighed in with the perspective of an old-school big man. He never questioned Wemby's talent because that's impossible to ignore. Instead, Shaq repeated what people have been saying ever since Wemby entered the league. He believes Wemby has to get stronger, play more physically, and stop allowing defenders to knock him off his spots once playoff basketball becomes more physical.
A big man, don't want you to be like me. I want you to have a certain mentality, the same mentality that I saw him have, the same mentality that I saw Patrick Ewing have, that Draymond has. He came out with a lot of energy and a lot of effort. I seen in the last series, whenever he's high in scoring and playing like that, the team plays well. That's all I'm asking him to do. I'm not asking him to be me. I'm asking him to have that mentality because this is what it takes to win.
I think Barkley's point is what really makes this conversation interesting. He looks at Wemby and sees an incredible young player, but maybe not someone who naturally plays with that mean streak yet. And in the playoffs, that matters. Talent by itself doesn't always get you through those battles. Sometimes you have to play with an edge. Sometimes you have to make the other team think twice about getting physical with you. Sometimes you have to answer every bump and cheap shot with a message of your own. That's why Shaq's criticism carries so much weight. This isn't a smaller guard talking about technique or footwork. It's one of the most dominant centers the game has ever seen, saying that skill alone won't carry you. During the regular season, Wemby's length, shot blocking, shooting, and highlight plays can take over games. But once the playoffs start, opponents attack every weakness they can find. They crowd you, grab you, shove you, and make every touch as difficult as possible. That's when they find out whether you'd rather embrace the contact or avoid it.
Shock right now. It's probably been a long time since he got his ass kicked like that.
This is really the next step in Wemby's evolution. Nobody's asking him to put on an act or suddenly become a loud trash talker for the cameras. The real challenge is getting comfortable with the fact that not everyone is going to like him. At some point, he has to stop worrying about looking respectful every moment and accept that every all-time great eventually becomes the villain in somebody else's story. Once you're blocking shots, embarrassing stars, silencing arenas, and crushing championship hopes, fans stop seeing you as the nice young player. They start seeing you as the obstacle. And honestly, Wemby is already becoming that obstacle. Defensively, he changes everything the second you step onto the court. Guards think they have a clear lane, and then the ball is suddenly gone. Big men feel like they've earned deep position, until they realize they're trying to score over someone who seems impossible to shoot over. That's what separates Wemby from everyone else. It's not just that he blocks shots, he makes opponents question the shot before they even decide to take it.
Clowney trying to go right back at KJ. Wembanyama right there. And then again, came over late. Martin misses the three.
I don't want that to work out in Mamu's favor. We love Mamu though. Oh, good.
Defense isn't going to be the only thing that defines what comes next for Wemby. The bigger question is how he responds after getting embarrassed, called out, and put under the spotlight. Every legendary player reaches that moment where losing no longer feels like a lesson and starts feeling personal. Michael Jordan had Detroit. Kobe went through playoff disappointments. LeBron had Dallas. Those setbacks didn't break them, they reshaped them. They came back tougher, colder, and far more dangerous. This could end up being Wemby's version of that turning point. That's exactly why this offseason is so important. The rest of the league shouldn't be laughing at him right now. If anything, they should be paying attention. The talent has always been there. The size has always been there. The defensive instincts were never in question. What he may have been missing was that emotional scar that pushes a great player into becoming ruthless. After the Knicks series, the trash talk, the criticism from the old heads, and fans beginning to cast him as the villain, it feels like that scar is finally starting to form.
Sure, nobody has trained like I did this summer, and this is my best summer so far. Like I can tell the progress is just incredible. I feel better, I look stronger, and the scale says I'm heavier, so everything is.
That training footage is what everyone should really be watching. Wemby has always worked in his own way, but this offseason feels different. Now it looks like the goal isn't just to improve his game. It's about becoming tougher to push around, tougher to intimidate, and tougher to survive against in a 7-game series. If he can build real strength without sacrificing his mobility, the rest of the NBA could be in serious trouble. A stronger Wemby doesn't just mean more opportunities in the post. It means firmer screens, deeper position, more rebounds, stronger finishes through contact, and fewer opponents believing they can out-muscle him. That's where this villain version starts becoming dangerous. The nice version of Wemby is already an all-NBA caliber nightmare. The confident version is already difficult enough to handle. But an angry Wemby, one who remembers every chant, every shove, every old head criticism, and everyone who called him too soft, could change the league. At that point, he won't just be playing to win, he'll be playing to make people regret bringing that version of him out. That's the real story here. The NBA expected Wemby to be the future, but these playoffs may have turned him into something even colder. The Knicks didn't just beat him, they gave him motivation. Sochin didn't just talk trash, he reminded Wemby that even familiar faces will test him. Shaq and Barkley didn't just criticize him, they handed him a challenge. And the fans didn't just boo him, they gave him the kind of hate every superstar eventually learns to use as fuel. So yes, Victor Wembanyama may have shown a different side of himself, but this could just be the beginning. The respectful version of Wemby was already terrifying. The angry version might be on another level. And if he returns stronger, tougher, and completely comfortable being the villain, the rest of the NBA may realize this series didn't humble him, it created him.